pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, good evening. Today is September 17th, 2020. It's the Environmental Conservation Board. We have an agenda that we're going to follow. And the first applicant is Michael Pani for 10 Lower Lake Road, construction of a single-family house. Could you please state your name and who you're here to represent?
My name is John Carell. I'm here to represent Michael Pani, who owns the property on Lower Lake Road.
Okay. There were no comments or questions from the public. Did you make any changes to the approved drawings as?
I did. I made the couple of notes, and I added the additional trees that we agreed upon, the 20. I had them located by a landscape architect, and that's it.
Okay. The only conditions we have for the permit right now, we didn't call for a tree bond, right?
No.
No. Well, we didn't call for one either. So then do I have a motion to approve and permit number 960 to Michael Pani at 167 Cherry Hill, at 10 Lower Lake Road, Carmel, New York, constructed a single-family house as submitted in their application, with the following condition, that town wetland inspector do a pre and post site visit for installation of erosion control. Do I have a motion?
Make that motion. I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're just gonna do this. Okay, what will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of the use of land?
No.
No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in adverse change in existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonable, available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? Nope.
Nope.
Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water or public-private wastewater treatment facilities? No.
No.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources?
No.
Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resource or human health? Okay. All right, so come see Rose on Monday or tomorrow, get your permit, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Next application, Fatmir Osmanaj, 15 Adam Wagner Lane. Could you please state your name and who you're here to represent?
My name is John Carell. I'm representing Fatmir Asmajaz.
Okay, so we did receive 2 emails regarding the application, which I'm going to enter into the record. The first one is from David and Puick Hackett, and they, they live in, near the construction site. We live, we've just found out about the wetland permits being presented for the upcoming environmental conservation meeting. We're a party of interest to the application to construct a single-family home at each of the two locations, 441 and 15 Adam Wagner Drive, which is for this one. Upon reviewing the documents from the previous meetings posted on the website, the site maps provided by the engineer does not show the stream and lake on our property. We want members of the board to be cognizant that the wetlands and streams at these two construction sites does in fact affect and feed into the neighboring properties, ultimately into streams and lakes, specifically ours and Lake Ossie. Two questions we have. Has anyone with proper authority looked into the water flow affecting the wells, lakes, and wetlands in the neighboring area to ensure no disruptions? Well, to answer the first question, this site was visited by Ted Kozlowski, who's a wetland delineator,
Yes.
and he submitted a sketch. I don't have the sketch. Do you have a copy of that sketch? I
Well,
have the sketch on my phone
Sketch of the wetland flagging?
of his maps.
Well, that was a sketch he did in the field just for our edification, but
Right.
we had the wetlands flags survey located by Link Land Surveyors, and now those flags have been
Right, the
located
flags
on
have
the
been,
site plan.
you've identified
And-
you've
and-
identified the flag, but you identified the wetlands with the flagging.
Correct, and also the state DEC, because that's a DEC wetland, this DEC representative inspected the flagging and agreed with the flagging, and has signed off on the
And
Wetland
because you're
block.
only working on your property, you're not going onto other people's properties to flag those properties as well,
no,
correct?
no.
Okay. And then the second question is, will there only be two houses being built in that 89 acre lot instead of the 19 homes that was originally intended? How can we be certain there will be no further development or expansion? I can't until, I'm only allowed, I can only look at the application that's presented before me. We have noticed that the stream at the northwest corner of our property is parched and no longer present. At this point, we wonder if the flow has been disrupted upstream causing these changes. We're very concerned since the water line in our lake and wetlands have been much lower than usual in the past couple of years. While discussing our concerns with our neighbors, we all agree that we want to be sure that these construction projects and wetland diversions do not affect the wetland lakes and their water levels on our property. We're not affecting or regrading or touching any streams. We're gonna put silt fence up, and we're gonna
Correct,
take care of all of the environmental.
correct. And there's no diversion of any water. We're putting,
Right, we're leaving
Well-
everything existing as is.
correct, but this application is only for Adam Wagner. 441 is a
Right.
whole nother thing.
Right.
And in each case, the only thing we're doing is putting a pipe, well, no. Well, let's not even talk about Barrett Hill. In the Adam Wagner one, we're just crossing a portion of the wetland setback. We're not touching the wetlands. And we're using pervious pavers or permeable pavement within the 100-foot setback.
Well, one of the things I will want done is I will want wetland signs posted at the completion of this project, every 50 feet along the 100-foot buffer.
Okay,
I'll make that as part of the application.
okay.
I just want to double check, yeah, I just want to take a look. I have this. Is that the house? These rock pools are like those. And it's got this 100-foot wetland setback. And which way, if they're on Adam Wagner, the address of Barrett Hill Road, where is Barrett Hill Road? Oh, right down here.
This is all wetlands here, that's the flag, and that's the buffer, not in buffer except for gray area.
Sorry. It's all trees.
Yeah. Can't see any streams or anything.
Yeah, these other two building, property owners are on the other side of the road of Barrett Hill.
Well, to answer the question about the 19-lot subdivision, this owner has no intention of building that subdivision. He wants to build a house for himself at the top of the hill, and that's it. I mean, in the future, if he wanted to subdivide that property, he would have to put in a road, come before the planning board, come before the wetlands board, to get
Yeah, there would be
another
a
approval.
separate and distinct application for those
Yeah,
additional homes.
absolutely.
This application's for one single-family home,
Correct.
a proposed four-bedroom house.
And it's thousands of feet from any property line. No, the 441 is thousands of feet. This is obviously part of the subdivision lot at the end of
Well, there is one well there that's shown on the adjacent, on Club, which you show there. So what says Club something? What? Yeah, look to the left. It says CLU, now look down, straight down. It says Club. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that parcel there. Ossing Club, okay. So that parcel there has a well on it, or on it with, you have your 100-foot setback, and you also have a 100-foot setback for the new proposed well on their corner, okay? So, we'll get to the next letter first, the next. We word for the negative effect from removal of numerous trees, soil erosion, and wetland disruption. We trust that you, the environmental boards, will protect and conserve our natural resources. We're doing our very best. You'll take down the bare number of trees that are required for the construction of the house in accordance with the planning and building department. We thank you in advance for your time. David Pugh Hackett. Next letter is from Miss Maria Manza. Good afternoon, my name is Maria Manza, and I am writing in regards to the application submitted by Mr. Fatimir Osmaj for a permit to build a single-family house at 15 Adam Wagner. I'm writing in regards to this application because my property is attached to the wetlands, and Mr. Osmaj, I'm butchering this guy's name, I apologize, Osmaj currently owns and is looking to build on. I reside on Barrett Hill for 8.5 years, and during that time I've had numerous issues with my well running dry. I am concerned that construction of any kind may result in further disruption to the supply of water that feeds my well. I'm asking the town board to look closely at the plans to ensure that the existing homes in the area downstream of the wetlands will not be affected by this construction. We've made every engineering and construction sequence that we can to protect the wetlands in accordance with the current ECB rules and regulations. And we welcome the area, more homes being built and new neighbors moving to the area as long as there are no consequences to our fashion. Well, thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Hackett and Ms. Manza. Appreciate the letters. But this board has gone through these plans and drawings and have made every engineering control that we can to protect the existing wetlands. As far as the well is concerned, I would like, the health department is responsible for the well. So what I'm gonna ask you, Jack, is to reach out to, and I will reach out to the health department. I'll have Rose send a letter to the health department, having them look at this property just to make sure that the well and the well logs are reviewed to make sure that we don't affect the neighbor's well, okay? Because everybody has to live together and get along, so I'm just gonna write this.
I will do that.
All right, I'll write that tomorrow. So that was it as far as the public comment were concerned. There were no other comments issued by the public. I think we've addressed those while we prepared, when we reviewed the application. We've taken all the erosion control devices, installed all the erosion control devices that we feel are required to protect the existing the existing wetlands. So the only other condition that I'm going to propose is that wetland signs be installed. What's the width and length of that? Because I'd like to at least cover the boundaries of the wetlands. Yeah. On the wetlands. For now, can you just speak into the mic? I'm getting so I'm gonna say,
Approximately 300 feet.
and that's going north to
North to
south.
south, yes.
And what about the other side? Is there another wetlands too?
Wetlands is here. Wetlands extends all the way out Barrowville Road. We're not doing anything
Okay.
over there.
So install wetland signs adjacent to wetlands, north to south, every 50 feet. Okay?
That's fine, thank you. We'll do
Every
that.
50 feet
It's like
along.
6,
Okay?
yes.
Okay. Okay, with that then, do I have a motion to grant permit number 961 to Fenimir Osmanaj for the construction of a single-family house, septic system, well and driveway at 15 Adam Wagner Drive, Mayapack, New York, with the following two conditions. One, that the town wetland inspector do a pre- and post-site visit for installation of erosion control. And two, install wetland signs adjacent to the wetlands from north to south every 50 feet along the wetlands. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I'm not gonna make it a condition of the permit, but what I'd like to is, if you have any correspondence to the health department, I would like for us to be copied on that, just to make sure that, you know, we're doing what we say we're doing.
Okay.
And I'll reach out to Rose, doing that.
I'll get those letters from Rose, and then I'll send us something to the health department.
Okay?
Okay?
Just gotta do one more thing
Oh, yeah.
here. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adapted land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land? No.
No.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of existing community? Will the proposed action have an impact in the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No.
No.
Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonable, available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies, public-private wastewater treatment facilities? No.
No.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, example, wetland, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora and fauna? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No.
No.
And will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources, human health? Now, the only thing I'm gonna ask you, Jack, is that drawing right there, is if you can, between now and Monday, when you come pick up your application, just indicate on that map where you're gonna put the wetland signs. Because this way we can now make it a part of the record and, you know, make it a part of the file.
I will do that.
Today's, it's late, this week seemed really long. Okay, so you got this, you got this. Okay, you can come get this on Friday or Monday or whatever she is. On your way out, make sure you stop through the gift store.
Stop for what?
On your way out, stop through the gift shop.
Okay, yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, submission for an application or letter of permission. White Cell Condominium, CO Lionsgate Property Management, 4 Marina Drive. Could you please state your name and why you're here?
Paul Revens, engineer for White Sail, and I'm here seeking the permission to replace the wall on the western edge of the property.
Okay, so could you just refer, so you're replacing the docks and the wall at White Sail, correct?
No,
No.
I'm just doing the wall that's borders Swan Cove,
Oh, okay, I see, okay.
what's circled in red on the plan.
Right, circled in red. So it's the area between White Cove and the...
Swan Cove and White Sail.
Swan Cove, right. Okay, so it's this wall. And that's not below, that's not in the water, that's just a regular
So the
soil-bearing
last,
wall?
yeah, so
Oh,
the,
it's a timber wall. I see.
Yeah.
The timber wall goes up and then proceeds up, down, all the way. And what are you putting in there?
this precast Ready Rock,
Okay. Okay. And I see you were here before, I wasn't here before, the last time you were here.
correct.
So Nick had asked for a floating boom in the water, connect both ends of the work site. You gave us a sequence of construction, use an excavator with a claw to remove section of existing wall. Even in the, you're gonna give us a certificate of clean fill. All right, now, the equipment. All right, I also saw that Nick had asked that you put in you got approval from the town of Carmel to work on their property.
Correct, for 50 feet from the property line.
Right. And you're gonna fully restore that upon leaving, right?
Well, yeah, there's really not much to restore there.
Well-
I mean, but they did say that whatever leftover fill we had, we could leave there, just, spread it out.
Regrade it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, is that equipment, that excavator gonna be left in place, left on site overnight?
Yes, on 7 mil plastic and, I think it was 7 mil or 6 mil.
It doesn't say that.
I think it says it in the sequence of
It doesn't say
construction.
that. It just says place spill kit, silt fencing, construction fit, and 6 mil plastic where equipment will be placed. I don't, just, you need to rewrite that to say that the machine will be stored on 6 mil plastic every night. And refueling, where's your refueling?
We're probably gonna refuel right at the gas station that's there.
Well, you're not gonna drive an excavator across the street. So, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to so I have no issues with this, with the exception of, this is a cut and dry. If it's okay with the rest of my members of the board, I have no issue with accepting this application. However, I would like the following. I would like that, I want that the machine, you need to send me another letter saying that the machine will be stored on 6 mil poly. What's the distance from the start of the job to the end of the job? What's the length of the wall?
Length of the wall is 120 feet.
Okay, so I want the, are you gonna store that machine in Swan Cove parking lot?
I'm probably going to have both locations, up in the parking lot of White Sail.
Okay,
and-
so we'll just put, machine will be stored on 6 mil poly, a minimum of 100 feet from the water. Okay? From the lake, okay?
Every,
And-
every
Every
night?
night, every night. Because you get a leaky hose or something,
Yep.
I'm not drinking it, okay? And what I would also like is I would like that excavator, you know, I would like some booms, you could put some hay bales around it, you know, put it on the poly, just hay bale around in case you do get a leak, at least it's contained within the poly.
So you want the poly like going up and over?
Yeah.
the,
That'd be fine. Okay? And then you need to have a spill kit on site.
That's
You
in
have
the,
that, you have that?
Yeah.
It's in there. And you're not pouring concrete at all, right?
no. This is just a gravity wall system.
And if you can, you know, just for giggles, if you can park that machine, you know, in front of this building area, like back here, I would really warm my heart, because it's an impervious pavement, and well, it kind of buys you a little bit
So
more.
up on
Because the last thing I want to, oh, you also need to show a fueling location plan. Like, let's put it this way, if you're working down by the lake, you gotta walk the machine back. No fueling less than 125 feet from the lake, okay? Fueling within 125 feet of lake, okay?
just-
Because you're gonna probably just, you're gonna get a truck to load up an excavator, right? You're using an excavator, right? 320 or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna use a 320, so they drink a lot of diesel.
Where are you, you want the,
I would like, if you come here, I'll show you. Because I know you're rebuilding this, but I'd like that excavator, it's like somewhere over here, or, yeah, either there or here. Yeah, I don't know if you can get up there. Okay, so then I'd rather you have it, park it right here, please, in this area, just show this, bubble it, parking, excavator parking area. You have 50 feet from here, so you have a lot of
I
room.
do have 50 feet, there actually is a,
There's a little parking lot over here,
yeah, but that's Tompkins Square Bank, and I don't know how much,
yeah.
the letter says I can't interfere with their operations.
Right, this comes down, this is where the parking is, I think.
Yeah,
But,
I think there was a paved area over here, but it's outside of the 50 feet.
yeah, just keep it back here, okay? And then fueling back here, okay? So just put that in, send us a letterhead that you're gonna do that. Well, you're gonna get that to her by Monday? Okay? So with that, do I have any objection from the board? Do I have a motion to accept the application for White Sail condominiums for 4 Marina Drive, replace existing retaining wall with the following 2 conditions? That the machine will be stored on 6 mil poly, a minimum of 100 feet from the lake every night. The applicant will submit a sketch showing where he's gonna store it, and no fueling within 125 feet of the lake. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're on the clock, so just get that letter and a little sketch in, just show us where you're gonna do it. And then
can it just be an email, or do I have to drop the hard copy off to you?
You can give her an email, she'll send it out to us,
Okay.
All right, so you have until Monday at noon to get it in.
Okay,
All right,
no problem.
thanks.
And then what's the,
So now what happens now, this gets advertised, and then probably not next meeting, but near probably it's a third Thursday in October, because we've had 2 meetings already in September. So the next meeting is the first week of October, which is,
I think that's the first,
yeah.
October
it's,
1st.
October 1st, which is a Thursday.
right?
And then that meeting, you won't be here, so you're looking by the 15th, you should be able to, if you have no comments, you should be able to get a permit.
Okay,
Okay?
all righty. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Minutes disregard the meetings for August 6th, they were approved at the 7th, so we have no meeting minutes. So with that, we have no new business. Other than that, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor? Aye. Good night, everybody, be safe, stay well.